Trainable. The dog I inherited from my dad runs the house now, and she's trained me to be her deputy chief of staff. She's a Chihuahua Pomeranian mix, or at least I think so. What it really means is she doesn't take her job lightly. She's a taskmaster. Sure, she's 16, but does she have to constantly mock me with her NASCAR-level ability to go from 0 to snoring in under 3 seconds? Add separation anxiety to the mix, and it means I can't simply lie down in my own bed unless the sun goes down. You might ask, why can't you just ignore her? She's not the boss of you. That's adorable. But no. Retreating to my bed would only prompt her to rap on my door so loud you'd swear a family of raccoons had moved in. But how, you say? She only weighs 10 pounds and doesn't even have thumbs. I know. Let's move on. Since my bed is out of the question, the only sane option is to recline on the sofa next to her and wear noise-canceling earbuds. Why? Because she snores like a 300-pound gorilla on a bender, and because I'm a terrible napper. All it takes is a butterfly flapping its wings somewhere in the Congo when I'm awake. Then there's the timing issue. Attempting shut-eye between 3 and 4 p.m. is impossible. That is the official din-din time. And if I were brazen enough to try to sleep through that window, the result would be a firm, persistent tapping on my arm until the food appeared. You might say, just feed her later. Take charge. But then you haven't met this boss lady, have you? I'm pretty sure she was born with a Swiss watch in her chest. No one, and I mean no one, keeps better time. 6:30 a.m. Wake up and feed me. 1 p.m. Walk. You already know dinner. And then there's the 9:30 p.m. CBD treat, and then it's off to bed. For everybody. And if you're not ready, she'll just make herself comfortable at your feet and beam her black button eyes directly into your pathetic human soul until you realize that maybe you are feeling a little tired after all. None of this was supposed to be mine. She's from the streets of Las Vegas, dodging the feet of staggering drunks and grabbing the attention of late-night snackers. At the Vegas Animal Shelter, she went by Blossom. She was a 5-timer, like on SNL, but without the fanfare or jacket. When my dad saw her do her begging dance, rearing up on her hind legs, both front paws up to her chest and paddling at the air like a reindeer mid-flight, that was it. He was in love. Completely taken down by a 10-pound con artist. He adopted her on the spot, of course, and renamed her Eliza, after Eliza Doolittle in My Fair Lady. He liked to think he was elevating her from street urchin to princess status. Dad had just been diagnosed with Lewy body dementia and had decided he needed an emotional support dog. His wife was against it. He knew this. I did not. Dad lived by the rule, better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So, of course, it was the perfect time to get a dog. It was late when we got home. We carried little Eliza in to meet her new family, and immediately found ourselves running back out, screams following us down the hallway like an English police siren, complete with Doppler effect. How dare you! The next day, she plotted to get rid of Eliza. What she didn't know was that Dad was plotting to get rid of her instead. After she drew the line in the sand and refused to let Dad go out and live his last years in a blaze of glory, he simply moved out, bringing Eliza with him. The perfect plan. Except Eliza couldn't go to the casinos, so she stayed home, alone, and redecorated. Garbage cans overturned, shredded Depends and tissues in every room. I suggested maybe not leaving her alone all day. His solution? Leave the patio door open. That worked. for about 4 hours. Then I got a call in Oregon from the landlord. The neighbors were threatening to report the barking to the HOA. Eliza didn't survive the streets by being complacent. She was going to get her way. Dad had met his match. She was already a senior dog when he found her, and he liked to brag she was practically free, since they were both old-timers. There was another reason she kept getting returned. Her mouth smelled like 2 sewers joining forces to take down a small city. Just don't sniff her face, you might suggest. Great plan if she weren't a licker, and you didn't mind attracting rats with your hand odor. There was nothing for it. The teeth had to go. Just like my dad, her precious forever person. They would have been pretty cute together, had he lived to see it. A match made in heaven. And speaking of heaven, before he passed, my dad told me he wanted her to be buried with him. You mean like the pharaohs? I think she'd have to be dead first. I don't care. I want her. She's mine. Anyway, I thought you wanted to be cremated. She'll be dead by then. Dogs don't live as long as humans. Apparently he didn't know what I know now. He had picked the wrong dog for the job. After Dad died, Eliza came to live with us. We call her Lil Sue now. She'll answer to anything if there's food attached to it. I'm pretty sure the way she's running me, she'll be training the next human in no time. The worst part? I'm not even her person. Sparrow is. She figured that out in about a week. All it took was the begging dance, her tiny fringed paws paddling the air, and he was handing over masticated pretzel treats like she'd earned them. My dad thought he had rescued her. I thought I was just taking the dog. Lil Sue is the only one who ever knew exactly what she was doing.